It was September 12th, 1942. The world was at war. The RMS Laconia, a grand British passenger liner, was a marvel of early 20th century engineering. Her hull stretched nearly 600 feet, painted in dignified tones, with elegant lines that cut gracefully through the Atlantic swells. Twin funnels rose above her decks, and her powerful engines churned steadily, propelling her through the open ocean. She was far from land, over 700 miles from the nearest African coast, surrounded by nothing but endless water and the faint, distant line of the horizon. Lifeboats hung in perfect order along her sides, their ropes and davits checked daily by the diligent crew. The decks gleamed from constant care, brass fixtures polished to a shine, and the ship's bell stood ready to mark the passing hours. On the bridge, officers moved with practiced precision, consulting charts and instruments, their routines a testament to discipline and tradition. The wheelhouse was a sanctuary of order, where the ship's course was plotted with care and the steady thrum of engines was a reassuring heartbeat. Deep below, the engine room was alive with motion. Pistons pumped, gears turned, and the air vibrated with the energy of steam and steel. The crew below kept the great vessel moving, their work hidden but vital. In the galley, ovens glowed and silverware gleamed, ready for the next meal. The dining rooms were set with crisp linens and polished glass, awaiting the gentle clink of cutlery and the hum of conversation. The promenade deck was quiet, deck chairs lined in neat rows facing the endless blue. The gentle roll of the ship and the rhythmic sound of waves against the hull created a sense of calm and routine. Above, a steady plume of smoke drifted from the funnel, and the ship's flag fluttered in the Atlantic breeze, a symbol of hope and purpose on a vast, indifferent sea. As night fell, the decks were bathed in moonlight, railings glinting softly. The ship sailed on beneath a sky scattered with stars, the air warm and still, the ocean a mirror of the heavens above. The weather was gentle, the sea calm, and the Laconia moved with a stately grace, her bow slicing through the water with barely a ripple. Navigation lights glowed in the darkness, marking her passage through the night. The ship's silhouette was a solitary shape against the vastness, a beacon of civilization in the wild Atlantic. The name Laconia gleamed on her hull, a promise of safe passage and a testament to the craftsmanship that built her. Inside, corridors stretched silent and immaculate, wood paneling polished to a deep sheen. Ornate staircases wound through the ship, connecting decks and echoing with the memory of footsteps. Clocks ticked in empty lounges, sunlight streaming through portholes and casting shifting patterns on the walls. The air was filled with a sense of anticipation, a quiet before the storm. The Laconia glided onward, her wake trailing behind in the moonlit water, unaware of the fate that awaited her. But beneath the calm surface, danger lurked in the depths, silent and unseen. Unbeknownst to the ship, a German U-boat was stalking its prey, its periscope breaking the surface, eyes fixed on the unsuspecting liner. In the cramped, shadowy interior of the submarine, machinery hummed and dials glowed, the crew poised for action. Torpedo tubes opened with a metallic hiss, the deadly cargo ready to be unleashed. A torpedo shot forward, slicing through the water with silent purpose. The explosion shattered the night, tearing into the Laconia's hull with a force that echoed for miles. A second blast followed, sealing the ship's fate in a storm of fire and steel. The great vessel shuddered, her lights flickered, and then darkness claimed her. The Laconia began to list, her bow sinking into the cold, black water, the Atlantic swallowing her whole. In moments, the ship slipped beneath the waves, leaving only debris and silence in her wake. The water here was over 12,000 feet deep, a world of darkness and pressure, utterly alien to the world above. Debris and empty lifeboats drifted across miles of ocean, scattered and alone in the immensity. The elements reigned supreme. Sun beat down, rain lashed the empty decks, and the swells rolled on, indifferent to the tragedy. The initial violence faded, leaving only the silent aftermath, life jackets and splintered wood bobbing on the surface. But the ocean was not empty. Below the surface, shadows moved, drawn by the vibrations and chaos above. The explosions and sinking sent shockwaves for miles, a signal to every predator lurking in the abyss. The sea, which had seemed so still, now stirred with unseen life, predators rising from the depths, drawn to the disturbance. Creatures from the deep ascended, curious and hungry, as the abyss began to reveal its secrets. The Laconia's final voyage had ended, and the abyss was waiting. The open ocean at night is a world of shadows and sound, where the boundaries between sky and water blur into a single, endless expanse. The sea is alive with movement. Currents twist and pull, the surface heaves and falls, and beneath countless creatures stir in the darkness. The water teems with life. Shoals of fish dart and scatter, their scales catching the faintest glimmers of light, while bioluminescent organisms trace ghostly patterns in the blackness. Predators patrol these waters. The slow, ominous glide of sharks is a constant presence, their fins cutting through the waves with silent intent. As dawn breaks, the ocean reveals its secrets. The water, tinged with the color of blood, becomes a beacon for predators drawn from miles around. Not only sharks, but other hunters, barracuda, tuna, and unseen creatures join the frenzy, slicing through the water with speed and precision. The attacks are swift and relentless. In the confusion, wounds appear, sharp, precise, the work of predators adapted to hunt in the open sea. The marine ecosystem is a battlefield, with predators circling from all sides, each using its own method of attack. Every disturbance on the surface signals a struggle below, as unseen hunters move with purpose through the water. In this vast, indifferent wilderness, the struggle for survival is constant. The ocean is both cradle and grave, its depths concealing countless mysteries and dangers. Here chaos reigns. The marine world is a place of beauty and terror, where every shadow may conceal a predator, and every ripple may signal the approach of death. In the vast, blue expanse of the open ocean, silvery shadows glide just beneath the surface, their presence barely noticed until it is far too late. These predators do not hunt alone. Instead, they move in tightly coordinated packs, their bodies flashing in the sunlight as they circle and corral their prey. The hunt begins with a sudden burst of speed. The school surges forward, driving smaller fish into a dense ball, trapping them with relentless, synchronized movements. With astonishing aggression, the silvery hunters dart in and out of the swirling mass, each attack precise and calculated, their jaws snapping shut on anything that strays from the group. These fish are built for speed and efficiency. Their streamlined bodies allow them to slice through the water with minimal resistance, while their silvery scales reflect light, making them nearly invisible in the shifting currents. Their movements are lightning fast, a blur of muscle and fin as they close in on their quarry. The most fearsome feature of these predators is their mouth, lined with rows of long, needle-sharp teeth, perfectly designed to pierce and hold on to struggling prey. Each tooth is a weapon, capable of inflicting deep puncture wounds that bleed freely in the salt water. When the attack comes, it is swift and merciless. The predator clamps down, its teeth locking into flesh, preventing any chance of escape. Some of these hunters possess another advantage. Their saliva contains toxins or anticoagulants, intensifying the pain and ensuring that wounds bleed longer, weakening their prey. The result is a series of distinctive fang-like puncture marks, narrow, deep, and unmistakable. Unlike the wide, slicing wounds left by sharks, these marks are the signature of a different kind of predator, one that specializes in precision and persistence. These silvery hunters are found in the open waters off South Africa, their range extending into the mid-Atlantic, following the currents and the migrations of their prey. By studying their physical characteristics, streamlined bodies, reflective scales, and formidable teeth, scientists can identify the species responsible for such attacks. The evidence lies hidden in the water, in the patterns of wounds and the behaviors of these elusive predators. These are not monsters of myth, but real animals. Apex predators of the open ocean, perfectly adapted to their environment. The challenge remains to observe, identify, and understand these silvery shadows and their slicing teeth, and to reveal the secrets of their deadly efficiency. Deep beneath the ocean's surface, a formidable predator lurks, the fanged snook, more widely known as the snake mackerel. Unlike its estuarine namesake, this species is a true denizen of the deep, thriving in the cold, shadowy waters of the open ocean. The snake mackerel's anatomy is a marvel of evolutionary engineering. Its elongated, streamlined body is built for speed and power, allowing it to slice through the water with astonishing agility. Covered in reflective, silvery scales, the fish can grow to impressive lengths, blending seamlessly into the shifting light of the deep sea. As a schooling predator, the snake mackerel hunts in coordinated groups, launching synchronized attacks on shoals of smaller fish. Their feeding frenzies are legendary, swift, violent, and relentless, overwhelming prey with sheer numbers and speed. In the chaos of the hunt, the water churns with flashing bodies and snapping jaws, a testament to their efficiency as predators. The most striking feature of the snake mackerel is its formidable dentition. Its jaws are lined with long, needle-sharp fangs, perfectly adapted for seizing and impaling slippery prey. These fangs are not designed for slicing, but for piercing and holding, ensuring that once prey is caught, escape is nearly impossible. The aftermath of a bite is unmistakable, deep, bloody puncture wounds that speak to the power and precision of this hunter. The attack is swift, the fish lunges, sinks its fangs into flesh and tears away, leaving little chance for survival. Adding to its lethality, the snake mackerel's saliva contains a natural anticoagulant. This causes wounds to bleed profusely, weakening prey and making escape even less likely. The aftermath of a feeding frenzy can be seen in the pink-tinged water, a silent testament to the violence below. The snake mackerel is found in temperate and tropical oceans worldwide, with notable populations off the coast of South Africa. These waters serve as seasonal hunting grounds, where the fish gather in large numbers to feed and breed. Scientists and fishermen alike have documented their presence, capturing specimens for study and observation. Examination reveals a creature perfectly adapted for predation, muscular, streamlined, and armed with deadly weaponry. Its body is pure muscle, built for explosive bursts of speed. The silver scales shimmer in the water, providing camouflage against both predators and prey. The head, with its gaping jaws and exposed fangs, is a warning to any creature that crosses its path. The jaws are powerful, capable of delivering a devastating bite in an instant. In the ecosystem, the snake mackerel plays a crucial role as both predator and prey, maintaining the balance of marine life. When chaos erupts in the ocean, be it a natural event or the fall of a large animal, these predators are often the first to arrive, drawn by vibrations and the scent of blood. The noise and movement of a disturbance can attract them from miles away, triggering a rapid and coordinated response. The presence of blood in the water activates their predatory instincts, transforming curiosity into a deadly assault. In these moments, the snake mackerel becomes a force of nature, swift, efficient, and utterly merciless. As the first killer to arrive, it sets the stage for the drama of survival and predation that unfolds in the abyss. Yet, in the depths, the snake mackerel is not alone. Other, even stranger predators prowl the darkness, each playing their part in the endless cycle of life and death beneath the waves. In the vast, open ocean, a peculiar phenomenon occurs: wounds on marine animals that are so precise, so perfectly circular, they seem almost artificial, unlike the jagged tears left by sharks or the ragged punctures from snake mackerel. These wounds are clean, round, and uniform, like a hole punched with a tool. This distinct pattern suggests the presence of a highly specialized predator, one with a unique feeding adaptation. The environment where these wounds are found is crucial. Deep, nutrient-rich waters near volcanic islands like Ascension, where ancient marine life thrives. Volcanic islands create isolated ecosystems, supporting a diversity of species and unique evolutionary pressures. In these waters, large pelagic fish, like Dorado, are common prey, and the perfect circles appear on their bodies as fresh wounds. The wounds are not only recent but match historical records, indicating a persistent, ongoing phenomenon. The biological mechanism behind these wounds is remarkable. The predator responsible uses a specialized mouth structure, often a circular, suction-like jaw lined with sharp teeth, to attach to its prey. With a powerful suction and a twisting motion, it removes a plug of flesh, leaving behind a wound that is both clean and circular. This feeding strategy is highly efficient, allowing the predator to feed quickly and move on, minimizing risk from larger hunters. The impact on marine life is significant. Fish with these wounds are left vulnerable to infection, predation, and reduced mobility, altering the balance of the ecosystem. The perfect circles are more than just a curiosity. They are evidence of a complex interaction between predator, prey, and environment, shaped by millions of years of evolution in the abyss. In the darkness of the deep ocean, the perfect circles remain a signature of one of nature's most specialized and mysterious hunters. The cookie-cutter shark is one of the ocean's most peculiar and specialized predators. Its name comes from the mysterious, perfectly round wounds it leaves on its victims, marks that have puzzled scientists for decades. Dwelling in the crushing darkness of the deep ocean, the cookie-cutter shark spends its days thousands of feet below the surface, hidden from the sun's reach. But as night falls, it embarks on a vertical migration, rising through the water column to hunt in the inky blackness near the surface. Unlike the massive, fearsome sharks that dominate popular imagination, the cookie-cutter shark is diminutive, rarely exceeding 2 feet in length. Yet its size belies its extraordinary predatory prowess. Its mouth is a marvel of evolutionary engineering. The shark's suctorial lips form a tight seal on the flesh of its prey, while its lower jaw is lined with rows of razor-sharp, saw-like teeth. With a powerful twist of its body, it carves out a perfect, circular plug of flesh, leaving behind its unmistakable calling card. These wounds are not random. They are precise, surgical, and always circular, evidence of a highly specialized feeding strategy. The cookie-cutter shark is a master of stealth. Its dark upper body blends seamlessly with the abyss below, while its underside glows faintly with bioluminescent organs, confusing would-be predators and prey alike. This camouflage allows it to approach unsuspecting animals, tuna, dolphins, even whales, without being detected. In an instant, it strikes, then vanishes into the darkness, leaving only a circular wound as evidence of its presence. Rarely caught by traditional fishing methods, the cookie-cutter shark's existence is revealed mostly through the scars it leaves on other sea creatures. Its bites have been found on everything from large fish to marine mammals, and even on the rubber coatings of submarines and undersea cables. In a sense, the cookie-cutter shark is a parasite. It rarely kills its prey outright, instead taking a single, precise bite before moving on. Many fish and marine mammals bear the scars of multiple encounters, a testament to the shark's persistence and efficiency. The cookie-cutter shark's interactions with other sea creatures are complex. While it feeds on a wide variety of hosts, it must also avoid becoming prey itself. Its small size and elusive nature help it evade larger predators, while its bioluminescence may serve as a lure for curious fish. At night, multiple cookie-cutter sharks may gather near the surface, each seeking its own meal. Their presence is often masked by the chaos of other predators, but their bites are unmistakable, surgical, efficient, and uniquely their own. In the vast, dark expanse of the open ocean, the cookie-cutter shark is a ghostly predator, small, silent, and supremely adapted to its shadowy world. Its legacy is written not in the creatures it devours, but in the perfect circles it leaves behind, a signature of one of the deep's most extraordinary hunters. In the abyssal depths, evolution has forged some of the ocean's most formidable killers. The snake mackerel and the cookie-cutter shark, with their razor-sharp teeth and stealthy movements, are just the beginning of a lineage that stretches back millions of years. These predators are the product of relentless natural selection, their bodies streamlined for speed, their senses honed to detect the faintest trace of blood or movement in the water. When the scent of blood drifts through the currents, it triggers an ancient response, a gathering of apex predators, each competing for a share in a frenzied ballet of power and precision. The open ocean becomes a stage for giants, oceanic whitetips, tiger sharks, bull sharks, each with unique adaptations for survival. The oceanic whitetip, with its broad pectoral fins and insatiable curiosity, is often the first to arrive, investigating any disturbance with fearless resolve. Tiger sharks and bull sharks, notorious for their aggression and adaptability, follow close behind, their diets as varied as the ocean itself. From the shadowy depths, the six-gill shark emerges, a living relic from a prehistoric era, its lineage unchanged for eons, perfectly suited to the crushing pressures and eternal darkness of the deep. Drawn by the irresistible lure of a potential feast, these giants ascend, their approach silent and swift. Their predatory tactics are a masterclass in patience and explosive speed, waiting in the gloom, then striking with devastating force. In a flash, a powerful jaw closes around its target, severing flesh and bone in a single, decisive motion. Even the fastest fish, like the yellowfin tuna, are no match for these predators when the hunt begins. The aftermath is unmistakable, a cleanly bitten fish, a testament to the raw power and efficiency of the abyssal hunters. Below the surface, powerful shapes glide through the gloom, their muscles rippling with every movement, perfectly engineered for the hunt. In the open ocean, distress is a death sentence. The weak and the wounded are quickly singled out, surrounded and dispatched with ruthless efficiency. These predators are not just killers. They are vital to the health of the ocean, culling the sick and the injured, maintaining the balance of marine life. In the abyss, the great sharks reign supreme, ancient, efficient, and essential. Their presence is a reminder of the ocean's wild, untamed heart and the evolutionary arms race that has shaped life in the deep for millions of years. The presence of large sharks in the open ocean is a testament to their evolutionary success and dominance as apex predators. The sight of dorsal fins cutting through the water signals the arrival of some of the ocean's most formidable hunters. Sharks are highly attuned to disturbances and chemical cues, such as the scent of blood, which can travel vast distances in the sea. As nature's cleanup crew, sharks play a vital ecological role, consuming the weak and the dead, and maintaining the balance of marine life. Their feeding methods are both efficient and brutal, as demonstrated by their rapid consumption of prey and remains. A single powerful bite, delivered by rows of razor-sharp teeth, can incapacitate or kill prey instantly. Large sharks are capable of removing all traces of their prey, leaving little evidence behind in the vastness of the sea. Several species dominate the open ocean, each adapted for long-distance travel and opportunistic feeding. The oceanic white-tip shark, with its distinctive rounded fins, is a primary apex predator in pelagic environments. Known for its persistence and boldness, the oceanic whitetip is often the first to investigate disturbances and potential food sources. These sharks patrol the surface, using their keen senses to detect prey from afar. The tiger shark, another dominant species, is renowned for its adaptability and indiscriminate diet. Its powerful jaws and serrated teeth are capable of crushing turtle shells and consuming a wide variety of prey. These sharks are not tentative feeders, they are active hunters, capable of high-speed pursuits and sudden attacks. Unlike smaller predatory fish, the attacks of great sharks are swift, forceful, and often fatal. Their bites leave smooth, crescent-shaped wounds, a signature of their formidable dentition. An encounter with a large tiger or oceanic white-tip shark is often catastrophic for any marine animal. Prey is typically seized and dragged beneath the surface in a matter of seconds. This efficiency explains why so little evidence of their feeding remains in the open ocean. Often, only a brief disturbance or splash marks the end of a predation event. This is the reality of the open ocean, a realm where large predators reign supreme. The food chain here is complex and multi-layered, with great sharks at the very top. Smaller predators, such as snake mackerels, initiate the feeding frenzy, targeting the weak and injured. As night falls, cookie-cutter sharks ascend from the depths, taking parasitic bites from larger animals. Meanwhile, the great sharks, oceanic whitetips, tigers and others, are drawn by the scent of blood and the signals of distress. They target isolated and weakened animals, removing them from the ecosystem with ruthless efficiency. In the open ocean, the great sharks are the ultimate arbiters of life and death, maintaining the balance of this vast and unforgiving ecosystem. The abyss is a realm of endless mystery where light fades and life adapts in astonishing ways. In the story of the RMS Laconia, we are reminded that the ocean is not a silent void, but a living tapestry, vibrant, dangerous, and deeply interconnected. Every ripple on the surface echoes through a world teeming with predators and prey, each playing a vital role in the balance of life. The predators of the deep, swift mackerel, elusive sharks, and countless unseen hunters are not villains, but essential threads in this intricate web. When disaster strikes, the boundaries between our world and theirs blur, revealing the raw power and complexity of the marine ecosystem. The sounds and signals of struggle travel for miles, summoning creatures from the shadows, each responding to ancient instincts. The abyss is not governed by malice, but by the relentless drive to survive. Here, every life is connected. Every action ripples outward, shaping the fate of countless others. The deep teaches us humility, reminding us that we are visitors in a world far older and more mysterious than our own. In the silent depths, bioluminescent creatures drift like living stars, and ancient predators glide through darkness, unseen and unknown. The ocean's secrets are vast, its wonders and dangers intertwined in a dance as old as time. As we explore these depths, we uncover not only the mysteries of the abyss, but also the profound interconnectedness of all marine life. Each discovery is a lesson in respect for the power of nature, for the fragility of existence, and for the enduring mysteries that lie beneath the waves. The story of the abyss is not just one of survival, but of awe and reverence. It is a reminder that the ocean's greatest lesson is its unity, a world where every creature, from the smallest plankton to the mightiest shark, is part of a single magnificent whole. In the end, the deep remains a frontier of wonder, its secrets waiting to be revealed, its lessons echoing in the currents. The abyss calls us to look deeper, to understand more, and to cherish the interconnected life that thrives in its eternal blue embrace. Deep beneath the waves, where sunlight surrenders to darkness, a hidden world comes alive with its own shimmering light. Here, bioluminescent hunters patrol the abyss, their bodies aglow with a spectral brilliance that is both beautiful and deadly. These predators possess a secret weapon, the power to create light in the blackest depths, transforming the ocean floor into a stage for a silent, glowing hunt. Bioluminescence is their language, their lure, and their camouflage. Chemical reactions within specialized cells, photophores, generate radiant blues and greens, a living glow that pierces the dark. Each flash and flicker is a signal, a trap to ensnare prey, a warning to rivals, or a cloak to vanish from sight. The anglerfish dangles a luminous lure above its mouth, mimicking the gentle drift of plankton to attract the unwary. At the perfect moment, jaws snap shut and the light fades. Other predators, like the dragonfish, wield rows of glowing organs along their flanks, painting patterns in the water to confuse and corral smaller creatures. Some, like the lanternfish, synchronize their glows with the faint twilight above, masking their silhouette from hunters below, a phenomenon known as counter-illumination. This dance of light is more than just spectacle. In the cold, crushing pressure of the deep, energy is precious. Bioluminescent predators use their glow with precision, conserving strength and maximizing their odds of survival. Their bodies have evolved to harness this power. Transparent tissues, light-reflecting scales, and symbiotic bacteria that fuel their radiance. Science continues to unravel the mysteries behind their glow. The chemical luciferin, activated by the enzyme luciferase, triggers the bioluminescent reaction, releasing photons in a burst of living light. Each species has its signature hue and pattern, shaped by millions of years of evolution in the abyss. In this eternal night, the bioluminescent hunters are both artists and assassins, painting their world with light and shadow. They remind us that even in the deepest darkness, life finds a way to shine. In the vast, uncharted darkness of the deep ocean, survival belongs to those who master the art of silence and invisibility. Here dwell the Silent Stalkers, predators evolved to slip through the water, unseen and unheard, their presence betrayed only by the sudden disappearance of their prey. These hunters are masters of camouflage. Some, like the glass squid, possess nearly transparent bodies, their organs shielded behind mirrored tissues that scatter any stray light. Others, such as the wily wobbegong, wear elaborate patterns across their skin, blending seamlessly into the rocky seafloor or coral rubble. Their patience is legendary. They wait motionless, a living shadow, until the perfect moment to strike. Adaptations run deeper than mere appearance. Many silent stalkers boast extraordinary senses. Lateral lines running the length of their bodies detect the faintest vibrations, a distant fin beat or the tremor of a swimming fish. Electroreceptors embedded in their skin sense the weak electrical fields generated by muscle movements, guiding them straight to their next meal, even in utter blackness. Some, like the six-gill shark, rely on slow, deliberate movements, conserving energy and avoiding detection by both prey and rival predators. Others, such as the deep-sea lizardfish, deploy needle-sharp teeth and lightning-fast reflexes, launching from the sediment in a blur of motion. Survival in the deep is a delicate dance of patience and precision. The silent stalkers exploit every advantage, from cryptic coloration to heightened perception, ensuring they remain the unseen rulers of their shadowy domain. In these depths, power wears the cloak of invisibility, and the greatest threat is often the one you never see coming. Beneath the crushing pressure and perpetual darkness of the ocean's deepest trenches, true giants roam. These abyssal predators, some stretching longer than a city bus, patrol the cold, silent waters, ruling a realm few eyes have seen. Meet the colossal squid, a master of the midnight zone, wielding tentacles lined with rotating hooks. Its life cycle is shrouded in mystery. Juveniles drift with the currents, while adults lurk in the inky black, ambushing anything bold enough to cross their path. The sleeper shark, a shadowy behemoth, glides slowly through the gloom. It can live for centuries, feeding on fish, squid, and even the occasional carcass that sinks from above. Its slow metabolism and unhurried movements are perfectly suited for conserving energy in a world where meals are scarce and hard-won. The gulper eel, with its enormous expandable mouth, can swallow prey nearly half its own size. This remarkable adaptation allows it to capitalize on the rare opportunities for a meal, snapping up crustaceans and fish in a single gulp. Each abyssal giant plays a vital role in the deep-sea ecosystem, As apex predators, they keep populations of smaller creatures in check while their leftovers feed scavengers and decomposers, fueling a cycle of life that thrives in the darkness. Their presence shapes the very fabric of the deep. When one of these titans dies, its body becomes a feast for an entire community, sustaining life on the ocean floor for years. In these depths, the giants are not only hunters but also unwitting architects of the abyss, sustaining a world built on patience, adaptation, and the relentless struggle for survival. In the vastness of the abyss, where giants reign, another world exists, one built on the smallest of hunters. Here, microscopic and nearly invisible predators weave through the water, unseen by all but their prey. These are the zooplankton, tiny crustaceans, voracious copepods, and ghostly arrow worms, each perfectly adapted to survive in the perpetual night. Some wield bioluminescent flashes, not to dazzle but to lure unsuspecting victims close. Others sprout delicate feathery appendages, filtering drifting nutrients and hunting even smaller prey. Many are transparent, a living cloak of invisibility in the darkness. Yet their hunger is relentless. Despite their size, these invisible threats are the foundation of the deep-sea food web. They feed on even tinier organisms and, in turn, become vital meals for larger predators, fish, squid, and the gargantuan giants above. Their constant battle for survival keeps the ecosystem in fragile balance. Every pulse, every flicker, every invisible ambush shapes life in the abyss. In this realm, power does not always belong to the largest. Sometimes it is the unseen that rules the deep. Deep beneath the waves, where sunlight never penetrates, the ocean floor cracks open, releasing clouds of scalding water and minerals. These hydrothermal vents create one of the planet's most extreme environments, an oasis of life in an otherwise barren abyss. Here, temperatures swing from freezing darkness to boiling heat in mere inches, and toxic chemicals swirl in the currents. Amidst these alien chimneys, unique predators have evolved to survive and thrive. Giant tube worms cluster around the vents, their blood-red plumes waving gently in the chemical-rich water. But it is the hunters that fascinate most. Blind vent crabs scuttle across the rocks, their pale shells camouflaged against the mineral deposits. They feast on mussels and snails, which themselves rely on symbiotic bacteria to convert vent chemicals into energy, a partnership that defies the absence of sunlight. Predatory polycate worms, bristling with iridescent spines, lunge from crevices to snatch unsuspecting prey. Meanwhile, vent octopuses drift silently, their ghostly forms blending with plumes of vent smoke as they hunt for crabs and shrimp. Even the tiniest predators here are remarkable copepods, with specialized enzymes graze on bacterial mats, forming the base of a food chain unlike any other on Earth. Life around hydrothermal vents is a constant struggle, a dance of adaptation and survival. In this harsh realm, predators and prey are linked by fragile networks of symbiosis, each dependent on the vent's chemical lifeblood. Here, evolution has crafted monsters and marvels, proof that even in the most inhospitable places, the deep sea's hunger never sleeps. As darkness descends upon the ocean's surface, a transformation begins deep below. Nightfall triggers one of the greatest migrations on Earth, a silent, vertical exodus as predators rise from the abyss, drawn by the promise of prey. Countless creatures ascend from the inky depths, their bodies adapted for stealth and ambush in the midnight waters. Lanternfish, their flanks aglow with blue-green bioluminescence, form shimmering rivers in the black. Behind them, shadowy shapes pursue deep-sea squid, their tentacles poised, jet upward in search of the glowing schools. Snipe eels and viperfish, with needle-like teeth and unblinking eyes, slip through the darkness, hunting anything smaller that dares cross their path. The ecosystem itself transforms after dark. Zooplankton, once hidden far below, swarm toward the surface to feed, bringing with them a cascade of hunters. Even the mighty gulper eel, emerges from its lair, jaw unhinged, ready to swallow prey whole. The night belongs to the opportunists, the ambushers, the silent stalkers. In these hours, the boundaries of the deep blur. Predators become prey in a shifting hierarchy, and the ocean pulses with the rhythm of the hunt. As dawn approaches, the hunters retreat, vanishing once again into the abyss. Their nightly passage, a reminder that, in the deep sea, survival is always a game of shadows. In the vast, unlit expanses of the abyss, a silent war rages between apex predators and their elusive prey. Here, survival hinges on adaptation, cunning, and an endless game of cat and mouse. Apex predators, creatures like the six-gill shark, colossal squid, and deep-diving sperm whale, patrol these depths, their senses finely tuned to detect the faintest movement in the darkness. But the prey are not defenseless. Many possess extraordinary survival mechanisms. Some emit bursts of bioluminescent light to confuse attackers, while others vanish into the black, cloaked in near-invisible skin. The gulper eel, with its expandable jaws, can swallow large prey whole, while the dragonfish uses a barbell tipped with glowing bait to lure victims close. Even the tiniest crustaceans rely on synchronized swarming, overwhelming would-be hunters with sheer numbers. Predators deploy a variety of tactics: stealthy ambush, high-speed pursuit, or the use of deceptive lures. Prey respond with rapid escapes, sudden bursts of light, or by blending seamlessly into the gloom. Each encounter is a test of evolution, a contest shaped by millions of years in perpetual darkness. These relationships form the backbone of the abyssal ecosystem. The balance between hunter and hunted determines who thrives and who vanishes in the endless night. In this world, every adaptation is a strategy for survival, every moment a battle between shadow and light. Beneath the crushing weight of the ocean, time itself stretches and warps. The evolution of abyssal predators is a tale written not in light, but in adaptation and survival. Fossil records, rare and fragmented, offer glimpses into ancient seas where the first deep-sea hunters emerged. Primitive sharks, armored fish, and bizarre cephalopods once prowled these depths, each wave of evolution sharpening their predatory edge. Over millions of years, these creatures developed extraordinary adaptations. Some evolved pressure-resistant skeletons, allowing them to survive where few others could. Others refined their senses, detecting the faintest vibrations or chemical traces in the water. Bioluminescence became a weapon, used for hunting, luring, or startling prey. Jaws grew stronger, teeth sharper, and bodies more streamlined, perfectly suited for the eternal chase in darkness. Fossilized remains of ancient six-gill sharks reveal a lineage stretching back to the age of dinosaurs, their forms largely unchanged, a testament to their success. The colossal squid, with its massive eyes and grasping tentacles, evolved alongside deep-diving whales, locked in an evolutionary arms race. Even today, new species are discovered, each with unique traits honed by the abyss. Through adaptation and relentless selection, abyssal predators have become the ultimate survivors. Their evolutionary journey is a story of resilience, innovation, and the relentless drive to dominate one of the harshest environments on Earth. In the depths, only the most ingenious endure, and every fossil is a silent witness to their ancient, ongoing saga. In the endless night of the abyss, where sunlight never penetrates, predators thrive in perpetual darkness. Here, survival depends on senses far beyond sight. Specialized organs detect the faintest movements, the subtle ripple of a fleeing fish or the distant pulse of a heartbeat. Some predators possess lateral lines running the length of their bodies, allowing them to sense vibrations in the water with uncanny precision. Others rely on an acute sense of smell, tracing invisible trails to their hidden prey. Electroreception becomes a vital tool. Certain sharks and rays can detect the minute electric fields given off by living creatures, guiding them unerringly through the blackness. Bioluminescence, too, is harnessed in ingenious ways. Predators use glowing lures to attract curious victims or flash sudden bursts of light to disorient and ambush them. Ambush strategies dominate. Some hide motionless on the seafloor, blending seamlessly with the sediment, while others float in the water column, their forms nearly invisible. Swift, silent attacks are favored, conserving energy and maximizing the chance of success in an environment where every meal is precious. In these depths, evolution has sculpted hunters that do not need eyes to see. Instead, they feel, sense, and anticipate. Their world is a symphony of signals interpreted in darkness, a testament to the power of adaptation and a reminder that life, even in total darkness, finds a way to flourish. As the deep ocean faces a rapidly changing world above, the fate of its ancient predators hangs in the balance. Rising temperatures, shifting currents, and changing chemistry all seep into the abyss, altering the delicate web of life. Some species may vanish, unable to adapt quickly enough to the new reality, but others, those shaped by millions of years of relentless pressure, may find ways to survive. We may witness predators evolving new behaviors, refining their senses, or seeking out new prey as old food sources disappear. Bioluminescence might become brighter, patterns more complex as competition intensifies. Those who can exploit the smallest advantage, who can change as their world transforms, will write the next chapter of life in the deep. In the darkness, adaptation is survival, and the future of abyssal predators will be defined not by what is lost, but by the remarkable ways life endures.